Hello and welcome to you all. In my last vlog I took you with me in the first stormy days of winter here on the Portuguese Atlantic coast. Rainy days continue to happen more frequently, with the wind howling and the big waves crashing relentlessly. Like always, I love to spend time outside, watching the powerful swells and the quiet, simple life unfolding around me. There's something deeply spiritual about being out there, feeling the raw energy of the elements, letting the wind and water remind me of my own and nature's untamed beauty. So let's dive into the past moments together. Because of the big swells, we decided to drive to Nazaré, a town almost 2 hours north from Ericeira. It is known for the biggest waves on Earth that people all around the world try to surf. The biggest measured wave here was 28.5 meters high, which is 93 feet. I never experienced such a strong wind before, but the waves were only around 5 to 8 meters high, but still really impressive. Portugal and its nature amazes me as every day it looks different and spreads a new energy. It is so inspiring to live here. That's why I love the weather changes here and find myself walking along the ocean, rivers or to the farm. Not knowing it would be the last time seeing my favorite kitten Mali. He was last seen on Friday the 7th, and it breaks my heart to be here without him and not knowing what happened to him. Life here means seeing all these changes, experiencing that the only constant thing is change. With freshly picked salad and kale in my bag, we walked away back home through small Portuguese villages where the problems of the world seem far away. Once home, we used the vegetable and herbs from the farm to prepare a hot vegetable soup. The aroma of the spices fills the air as the broth simmers gently. Meanwhile, I pour hot water over freshly picked mint leaves, a ritual after a long day of being outside on the farm. A spoonful of my mom's homemade honey melts into this tea, its golden glow and sweet taste a reminder of home in its wildflower meadows. A fresh and hot soup always feels like a hug for the soul.
As you can see, there are a lot of rocks and shells, fossilized rocks and shells. I bet there are a lot of treasures in there still, somewhere. This one has a shell here, a really big one, from here to here. And then there is this fossilized shell. There are many of that here, but the special thing is that it has crystals in here. Can you see it?
after the storms pass, the sky is burning in colors. Watching the sunsets by the ocean has become a ritual in my daily life. The way the deep reds and oranges reflect on the waves and paint the sand. The many birds glide across the sky, carried home by the gentle evening breeze. There's a special kind of stillness in these moments, a quiet beauty that lingers long after the sun has disappeared. It all feels like a deep exhale after days of wind and rain. Under the warmth of the sun, Ericeira comes back to life. People sitting outside in front of the cafes, fishermen prepare their boats, and surfers glide into the waves. Between work and adventure, I find these moments of calmness for myself, like unrolling my yoga mat on the balcony. With each breath, I feel the energy of this place, calm yet full of life. The distant sound of waves, the warmth of the sunlight on my skin. It all blends into moments I will forever be grateful for. In my lunch breaks, I often go down to the beach, having my journal and tea ready, and really taking the time to disconnect in order to reconnect to myself.
Back there you can see Johan, my flatmate, trying to get in the water to surf. Searching for cool creatures in these ponds that are here because of the app, but I just realized I need to go. I'm on a little kind of island and the water's coming back, so I should hurry up. But every time I'm walking past such a pond, I'm like, this is so cool and I need to film this. Water's coming back. I need to get over there. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Uh-oh. Ah! Made it. He's always somewhere in caves to search for rocks.
Cool. Da ist was drin.
So small. See, it's super easy to find stuff. We have a fossilized shell here. And then we have this one here. And as you can see, this here is crystals. So if you would break it open, you could probably see more of it.
The rocks here are ancient, shaped by time and tides, holding secrets within their layers. Somewhere among these formations, hidden in the cracks and holes, lie crystals. Tiny fragments of the Earth's magic, waiting to be discovered. It's crazy for me that people walk here, being distracted, not noticing the shimmer of forgotten treasures. It's a reminder that even in the roughest places, beauty is always there, waiting to be seen. I sat down in the sun with the view on the deep blue ocean to reflect on everything I experienced while being away from home for already 1.5 years. I mentally prepared to go back to Germany, to leave the ocean behind and step out of that dream that I live. Even if it was only for a week, it felt weird to see the skyline of Frankfurt. It reminded me of all the times I landed here and hated to be back. But now it was the first time not living here, but being here for holidays to visit the people that I love. I just landed in Frankfurt and it's super weird to be here because I just realized I haven't been in Germany for like the whole year of 2024 and it's crazy to be here. It's super cold, it's 2 degrees. My dad doesn't know I'm here already because I want to surprise him and see so many people before, so I'm pretty full, also having yoga classes and stuff and a lot of things to do, so it won't be a chill holiday. My mom and my stepdad gonna pick me up, so I'm excited for that, to see them. Yeah, but now let's enjoy good old cold Germany and see if they're already there to pick me up. It's so crazy to be back here at my old home. It feels so good, but it's also weird. It's like coming back and nothing has changed, but also everything has changed. Suddenly you're back here. It feels so surreal. Yeah, just coming home to your mom, and this has such a healing feeling to look in your old room, to look out these windows and remember the times that you still lived here, still went to school and still had so much teenage problems going on and dreaming about the future. Back then not really knowing where I would end up and how it would be, but to realize that I'm already having so much of that I dreamed of. I don't know, this place holds so much memories, so many good memories about like my childhood and growing up here in a safe space, but at the same time it reminds me so much of the times that I was dreamed of something different and now I'm living this life kind of already. And it's the first time ever being here, and to realize that today I'm really lucky because it's the first day here in Germany and the sun is out. The sun really makes it nice and happy outside, and already went to the park here and met a friend and will meet so many other friends in this week. Yeah, so I do enjoy the time here right now, and my uncle is here for a visit, so we have a nice time here.
Eigentlich ist doch ein Stück.
there I'm at home at my family's place. I hate going shopping usually to buy food. Supermarkets stress me out. But here it's like such a good experience because I went to a really cool one. They have like 2 levels, and on the top level they grow their own stuff and like herbs and vegetables and stuff. They have a lot of options to buy. All the stuff that you can buy here in Germany, it's literally crazy. So I bought these ones, but also what I really miss is Apfelsaftschorle, which is apple juice with sparkling water. This is the thing I really miss so much because you only get like really sweet juices. They're so sweet. So that's why I bought really good apple juice to have that. And of course, the most important thing that we Germans always miss is really good German bread. I mean, look at this beauty. And I can't wait to try this fresh bread. So I'm gonna make me a really old school German bread breakfast with my coffee, and then I start in the day.
When I lived in Germany, I had my own yoga classes with all my lovely yogis. Now being here for a visit, I rented a room for us so that we could finally practice together again.
Ich noch eine Kleinigkeit für euch. Aus Portugal mitgeschmuggeltem Handgepäck. Hier ganz mini kleine, aber wunderhübsche Muscheln drin. Und die wollte ich euch gerne als kleines Dankeschön, dass ihr heute hier wart. Und als kleine Erinnerung an diese wundervollen 1,5 Stunden geben.
There's something comforting about being here, nestled in a warm house, hugging my beloved family and my dear friends. I took long walks through fields and forests I used to go to when I lived here, and life felt overwhelming. The tall trees stand just as they always have and bring back memories. Some places never change, and maybe that's exactly why they feel like home. I also took the time to get things sorted and organized while I'm here. When you watch my vlog from last autumn, you might remember my mom and me cooking together in Ericeira. We wanted to cook exactly the same legendary curry, only now being in Germany.
Ist es nicht lustig, dass wir in Ericeira genau dasselbe nur als Schälchen hatten, als wir das Legendäre gegessen haben? War das nicht so? Nee, bestimmt.
Das ist bestimmt richtig legendär gewesen.
Das war richtig legendär. Ich meine, gut, aber als Erste werden wir nicht mehr herankommen wahrscheinlich.
I rarely drink alcohol, but to celebrate being back with my friends, I did go out, and honestly, we had the best time together.
Und wenn du das liest, ist es Zeit für einen neuen Drink. Oh.
With a bit of headache, but an excited heart, I finally went on the journey to Marburg to surprise my dad, who didn't even know I was in Germany and that I would come. Through the windows of the train, I saw the village where my grandparents lived, the lakes that belonged to my family, and the famous castle of my birth town.
Undercover mode on. Guys, I just arrived in Marburg, my hometown, where I was born and where my dad lives. I'm going to surprise him pretty soon. It's like 1 hour to go till we meet him. I'm right now in the botanical garden here in Marburg because I wanted to kind of like go in nature and go a different pathway, even though he probably still is at the lakes. I want to make sure no one sees me, and it makes the whole thing more exciting. So I'm here right now. It's super pretty, but it's so cold. The plan was, I wrote it with my cousin already weeks ago, that they both meet up in the restaurant. And my plan was to hide somewhere when he comes, and then kind of like coming out without him seeing me and being like a waitress standing next to him and being like, do you already know what you want? Then let's see how fast he can realize that it's me. Then he will be probably so shocked. He will probably be like, what? And I probably start crying out of happiness. I guess that's the reaction, but we will see. This is so exciting. I feel like secret special agent or something. The restaurant is pretty close to here. Oh my god, guys, I'm so excited. I can't wait for his reaction. Let's go.
I waited in the restaurant and planned the surprise with Leonardo, the owner, who also knows my dad. I was so nervous hiding in the kitchen.
Aspetta che te lo passo. Ja, wir sind unterbesetzt, wir haben jetzt neue Personal da.
Amelie! Nein!
Das gibt's doch nicht! Wo kommst du denn hin? Das kann ja wohl nicht wahr sein.
Wo kommen die denn? Ich hab dir gesagt, ich hab was Süßes für dich.
Musst du sagen das?
Ja, natürlich.
Kommst du denn her, Amelie? Ich wollte gerade sagen, Mensch, du siehst aus wie mein
The surprise was a big success. also because my cousin Rahel and little Luki, as well as Leonardo, helped me with it. It took a while for my dad to realize I was really there, but we enjoyed every minute in these days being in Marburg. I'm here in Marburg, close to the university, and the university here is a bit higher on the hills. So here's a bit of snow. It's definitely colder than down in the city. And I used to be here always with my dad together when I was little. I was here so often, and it's so cool to be back here. Like the forest here, it's so pretty. When my grandpa was still alive, he built a little cabin here to watch birds for my dad, and all other like students were interested in the birds, so they would sit there in this little cabin that my grandpa built. It's somewhere back there, it's not here, so I would show you if we would go there. Now I'm here in this forest with this really old like trees and a bit of snow. Looks a bit like sugar. It's super cold. But the air is so crispy and fresh, and it feels nice to have a different vibe, at least for a few days before it goes back to the sun, the ocean life. It's nice to connect with your roots. Ihr kennt mich ja noch gar nicht. I'm in the cabin by our family lakes right now, and I want to feed the birds. So we have these ones. Then I'm gonna give them some seeds now. It's super cold here in this cabin. My grandpa built it. There's also an oven over there, a stove, but it's not on right now because we're not gonna stay long. But in winter you can sit in here, and you have windows here to watch the birds on the lakes, and then you can turn this on and it's nice and cozy. But for today we have to deal with the cold and give the birds some love, so I'm gonna do that now. This is a bit creepy. What is that? What do they want to catch? It's definitely a trap. There are eggs in there. There's also a camera there. Hello there on the other side. We are here to save the animals. We saw that this trap is probably for a bigger animal that eats eggs. I guess for a raccoon. We were thinking how to destroy it, but we don't want to hurt ourselves, and we don't know what's going on there, and also because of the camera. So my dad just stood in front of there right now,
and peed in front of the trap. So now no wild animal will come there because it smells like human. That's why I'm walking here right now. He's peeing in front of the trap. I love him for that, for doing that. It was my idea. Hopefully it helps. And now imagine they look at the camera and they're like, oh, the camera recorded something. And then they look in there and they see my dad being in front of that trap. That's so good. Love it. Saving the animals always and everywhere. I don't get what people find so amusing and awesome about trapping animals, killing them, building these traps even. Like, I mean, it's so unnecessary because we can live without that. It's not that we have to survive here and like hunt the animals to survive. Like, we're in 2025, you can go to the supermarket and get fruits from Asia, and then there are still people hurting animals. I don't get it. It like always breaks my heart, and I will always fight for that to stop. And so it's really funny that these people have a film now of my dad peeing in front of the trap.
Oh Marburg, thank you for holding me close, for nourishing my body and soul, for shining your light. I will be back. On the last day of being here, I went for another walk with my mom, breathing in this crispy air one last time before heading back to Portugal. Honestly, I was so happy to see the snow. The time here felt like a late Christmas, another hug for the soul. It's almost time to leave again. The days at home have passed like pages in a well-loved book, familiar, comforting, filled with quiet beauty. Up in the attic, I run my fingers along the spines of old stories, exchanging finished pages for new ones. Books that once carried me to distant worlds stay behind, making room for fresh adventures tucked carefully in my backpack. But I'm not just packing books. I'm carrying more than that. My heart is full, woven with laughter around the dinner table, long walks beneath old trees, the stillness of a place that will always be home. These moments don't need luggage. They travel with me, imprinted in the deepest corners of my soul. As quickly as I returned to Germany, I quickly was back in the plane again, flying over the borders back to Portugal, my new home for now.